And this is the W7W Podcast. It's a podcast about our local yarn shop here in Fort Worth, Texas. We talk about shop news, our projects,
all
classes,
kinds of stuff.
Exciting things, all exciting.
Sure.
What do we usually talk about first? Classes?
Yep.
Well, they're all full. Not awful.
They're not awful. They're
all
full. Goodness. We really like our instructors. They're great. I mean, they're it's just tremendous. Just the best, really.
So, yeah, for August, we have a little bit of an abbreviated schedule. I shouldn't say they're all full because the children's classes and the beginning crochet.
Say what? All
full. The children's classes and the beginning crochet classes there are spaces in those. But we have a introduction to the spinning wheel class that got filled already.
Mm-hmm.
We
have the Fish Lips Kiss Heel class.
Just announced that yesterday, 2 days ago, and it filled up.
Yeah, in less than 24 hours.
Yeah. And the reason that we have an abbreviated class schedule is
Yarn Crawl.
Yeah, we're going to have trunk shows on the weekends.
And it's just going to be really busy in general, we anticipate, so.
Yeah, this is our third? Is it our third?
Third, yes.
It's our third yarn crawl. We do door prizes every half hour.
Mm-hmm.
So all you have to do is walk in the door, and you might win some yarn.
On what days, though?
Saturdays.
Mm-hmm. So not every day.
Saturdays. So, we're thinking of maybe doing one, like an all-day one, where you drop in your little raffle ticket, and at the end of the day, on the weekdays, we'll pull one and contact you.
Mm-hmm.
But
that'll be different. That won't be every half hour or whatnot.
On Saturdays. So our trunk show schedule is full of wonderful local dyers.
Mm-hmm.
Dye Lab Yarns, Leon Alexander, Yarns to Go, Dye to Spin, Brazen Stitchery, Yarn Carnival.
Do we need to?
Yeah, maybe you should. Excuse us just one moment. Okay, we were talking about trunk shows. So
that's right. Sorry. By the way, guys, sorry we just had somebody come up to the door.
So that those are the dyers that are going to be here in person to do trunk shows.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a Quinson Company linen trunk show. So this book framework that they came out with a year or so ago, they are sending the collection, the knitted pieces in the collection, for everyone to look at, touch, feel, maybe even try on. And then you can, we'll have the yarn that goes with all this. So we have these framework books available, and then we'll also have the trunk show that goes with it throughout the whole show. And what's the other one we have throughout the whole show?
The other one besides Quinson Company is going to be Signature Needles.
Yes, mm-hmm. Which means we will have Signature Needles here for you to purchase. Mm-hmm. The only caveat being they're only the stiletto tips. We won't have any of the blunt or midi tips. They're only sending us the stiletto tips, which are the best anyway.
Exactly.
We'll have mostly the convertibles, but we will have some straight needles for you to look at and try out if you want. But their most popular needles are the convertibles. They're also sending a lot of this sock series, which are sizes 1 and 2 fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As well as DPNs.
And double pointed needles, yeah. Yeah. And also they are sending a collection of Grace's cases, needle cases to go with those. So we'll have those for you to try, test drive, and buy. And if there is a needle that we don't happen to have, they're very good about sending it pretty quickly.
Anyway, so that covers classes, that covers trunk shows.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I've been doing all week?
What have you been doing all week?
Catching cats.
Yeah, that's kind of my fault a little bit.
Well, it's also my fault. So back in April, this little kitty cat came to our back patio. We have these glass doors from the living room that go out to the back patio. So she's right in front of the glass doors, and I'm walking through, early in the morning to the kitchen, and I see this cat, and I'm like, there's a cat out there. And I'm walking back through, and I see at her feet is a tiny little kitten. And I was like, ugh. And I tell Hunter, and I'm like, do you think we should feed him? And he goes, yeah, I probably should feed him. So he goes out there and he feeds them, and then he spends a couple of months forming a relationship with these cats. This is mommy cat and her 3 baby kittens.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, we have to do something. These kittens, they're not kittens anymore. They're juvenile cats, and they're gonna start having more kittens if we
don't do something about
it. So I asked around. I asked our vet, because we do have a cat. So I asked our vet, and she mentioned feral friends, and so I asked around. We have an HOA in our neighborhood, so I asked the HOA, is there any procedure for dealing with animals like this? And our HOA guy said no, but contact this other lady. She's been catching them and getting them fixed. And so one of our sweet neighbors has all these traps that she's borrowed from somewhere else, and she, when you go onto Feral Friends or Texas for them, Texas Alliance for Feral Animals, you have to register your cat colony.
I was like, come on, guys.
Right? So she's already done this. She's already taken care of it. They give you code numbers. You catch a cat. You go to a participating veterinarian. You drop the cat off. You give them this code number, and it's all free. They fix the cat. They give it the rabies shots. And then she and I are paying for frontline flea protection.
Wait, so the getting them fixed is free?
It's free.
I thought there was a charge for it.
There's no charge, but what she and I are going to do is make a donation to Feral Friends so that they can continue.
Very
and
good.
So we caught them all. It took 2 days because there's a little boy cat that was like, no, I'm not going in that cage, but he went in the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I caught the whole little family has been fixed. They had their rabies shots, and they didn't come back for a couple of days.
Oh, they were salty.
They were mad.
They were mad as heck.
But she came back yesterday.
Yeah, we still haven't seen the kittens yet. She's probably telling them to back off. But the little boy cat that was the last one to get caught, he's actually the most outgoing of them all. So Mama's always been a little bit nervous.
But now the word's out that we have cat food in our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are other cat families coming to visit.
So we're just
my work is not finished.
We're going to continue to try and just trap them and get them fixed and then re-release them, and hopefully everybody will be okay.
Yeah,
happy and healthy-ish.
When you take them to the vet, they clip the tip off of one of their ears, which sounds horrible, but I don't think it's painful for the cat.
But yeah, it's how you easily identify that the cat has been
fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So if you catch a cat in your trap and you see it's got a tipped ear, you let it go. Yeah, so that's been fun.
It's been something.
Yeah, I get up really early because it's so hot. I don't want them sitting in the traps all night, so I get up really early and I set the cat traps.
Mm-hmm.
And I take them first thing in the morning, so they're really not in there very long, although you have to keep them in there overnight after the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I try for the least amount of time possible, and we'll keep them in the house overnight, so they're not in the heat.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, all things considered, I think this is helping them out as best as we can.
So now I'm a real bona fide cat lady with my own cat colony.
Colony. Mm-hmm.
So what's new? What's new at the shop, Hunter?
We've got a few new things. Some of you folks had asked us previously if we might consider bringing in Roundtable, who's a local yarn dyer, Karen.
Karen Robinson.
Yeah, and she was exclusive to a previous yarn shop, but then they're no longer around, so we decided to go ahead and see if she wanted to come to our shop and have yarn here, to which she agreed. So we now have Roundtable yarn. We have it in the Merlin base, at least to start, which is their sock yarn. We've got a few different colors. For example.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm. And then these.
Also lovely.
And then these. I'm particularly I can't talk. I am particularly partial to this green.
Oh, so you're alliterating.
No.
The green's nice. Show me that green again.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
It's called Pellinor.
Who?
Pellinor.
Oh, we have an Eleanor.
Yes.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We also have some new Bink Waffle bags. There are a couple designs that we've already had the flamingo design and the alpaca design. We've had
This one's.
the campers.
Mm-hmm. Sandra loves those campers.
That's more flamingos. This is a pineapple. I'm not sure if we've had this yet.
That might be new.
I like this blue and orange together. Those are nice colors.
Mm-hmm.
The alpaca. This one is really cute. It's a new one for us. They're little foxes. And inside is just orange. All Bink Waffle bags are reversible. So if you spill coffee on this one, you can turn it around. Or you can wash it. Either one. And this one's pretty cute too. It's puppy dogs. And on the inside is a geometric print. Cute new Bink Waffle bags.
Very nice.
You know what else we have? Are these really cute mugs from Leaping Lamb. That's a local artist. Many of you know her, Trish. This is a really generous, lovely, generous sized mug with a really beautiful blue glaze on the inside. Right now it has a little bit of coffee in it, so I don't want to spill it. And a cute little lamb on the outside. I'm not sure if I'm showing you his front or his back right there. That's his front. Okay, there's two fronts. But these are dishwasher safe. I made sure to ask.
Mm-hmm.
And microwave safe. And then she said, of course they're microwave safe. NASA used ceramic on the tiles of the space shuttle.
That would make sense.
So, okay. Yes. So those are really cute. And we have two more of these left because I am buying this one.
Oh.
I know, but we have a lot of her designs. There are some other really cute coffee mugs too, but these are the only ones that have that really pretty blue glaze in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm buying them.
Awesome.
Surprise.
There you go. Yeah, I know how this gig works. This entire thing was just an elaborate ruse for you to get all of the yarns.
What?
And all of the things that you like.
Maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little.
Yep.
Okay, what else?
What else? Okay, so we've got some new Wool in the Gang sock yarn. We've had this in other colors, but we just brought in some new colors. This is the Kind of Magic sock yarn. This color is called Pink Paws.
I said I was going to do one of those last time.
Big talk.
I haven't started.
Talk is cheap, young. Alright, and then this is the other one. It's called Candy Claws.
What? That's cute.
It looks like clouds to me, but hey.
Candy clouds.
Candy claws.
It does look like clouds.
Looks like clouds.
But there's some yellow in there. That's weird.
No, the yellow I think is just how you to indicate
that's
how
where
it starts
the
or
start
something.
Is. Right. If I had actually worked on them last week, I would know.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got?
Okay, we also did a reorder of Toft animal kits.
Oh, show
and
me
we've
those.
got it's mostly we just got more of the ones that we had sold out of that were popular, but we do have a few new ones. This one is a moose.
Similar to the reindeer we had, though, right?
Yes.
That's cute.
I almost got the reindeer, but then I saw that the moose was on the most popular list. So I was like, oh, let's try that. So, yeah, pretty nice.
Cute.
What else do we have? We also have this.
Oh, that is a cute dog.
Mm-hmm. Here. This dog. I forget what it's called. Dog. But we can't just call it dog because we have another dog.
That is cute.
Schnauzer looking dog.
Super cute.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
How's your crochet going?
I should probably get on that, huh?
Is it about like my sock?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
And I was actually going to go bug you, I think, yesterday about how to show me how to do that, but then I got distracted with something or other. But we will get to it.
We will get to it.
Yep, I'm thinking this week.
Is that all our new stuff?
That's all our new stuff.
Do you have any finished stuff?
No, I do not have any finished objects. I finished my Grinch a while back now. So, I do have a couple of things I'm working on, but we'll get to that. Do you have any finished objects?
I do. I have 2 finished fledgling featherweight cardigans.
Now you're just showing off.
This one is Eleanor's. So, I think we might have talked about this last time. The Madeline Tosh pop-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Every last Saturday of the month. So far, there have been 2, and hopefully they'll continue. So the first pop-up we went to was the end of July? No, the end of June. So you go to the Madeline Tosh Studios, the factory, and they're all there, and they're all sweet, and they have donuts. So we live pretty close, so we took the kids the first time, and Evelyn and Eleanor, they both were like, oh my god, all the yarn, and they picked out their favorite, and I said, okay, I'll make something, and of course they picked Tosh Merino Light, the tiniest yarn there, not like vintage or DK that I could whip up a hat really quick. No, they picked the tiniest gauge they could find, and they both said, I'd like a sweater. So my goal was to finish these both before the next pop-up so that I could buy more yarn.
Oh, there's a method to your
and
madness.
I did, so I got to go again Saturday.
I didn't realize that was the agreement you made with yourself.
I bought more. I saw a lot of you out there. Yay. So this one was Eleanor's. This is Cotton Candy, I believe is the colorway. No, Confetti Bomb. I call it Cotton Candy because it felt and looked just like knitting with cotton candy. And they didn't want to come out and model them on the podcast, but don't blame them. But there's a picture of them on Instagram if you want to see. And this is the Evelyn picked this blue color, which is their Gin and Tonic colorway with some sparkle in it. It's got some Stellina sparkle in it, which it doesn't come out on the camera very well, but it was a joy to knit with. It made me happy every time I had it in my hands. Just the sparkle, especially in a sunny room. It was really nice to work with.
I'm a little surprised she went for the sparkle.
She's usually not really a sparkly girl.
Yeah, she's kind of low key.
I think she just really liked the blue. And then after Evelyn saw the blue, or Eleanor saw the blue, she said, I want a blue one too. And our little cousin said, I want that one too. So, I'm moving on though.
Yeah, it's for the best.
I'm moving on.
There are other things to do.
What are you working on?
Alright, I am working on socks right now. I'm working on 2 different pairs of socks because I've been fielding sock questions up at the shop, so I wanted to have a couple of different examples of how to knit socks in terms, technique, also needles, that kind of thing. So one pair of socks I'm working on is this 2 at a time toe-up socks. I'm just winging it. I'm winging it on both really, but I'm just doing like a 6-2 ribbing up the front of the sock, and it'll eventually be up the cuff. I'm going to do another fish lips kiss heel because that is the truth. That is an awesome heel. And then I'm also working on, that yarn by the way is Mustache, which we don't actually carry, but and then the pop-up that Amy mentioned when we were there in June, I went there with one objective. I probably mentioned this last time, was to get Danger Will Robinson in sock yarn to make a pair of socks out of, and that is the other one. I'm also kind of doing 2 at a time, but it's on these 9-inch circulars, not actually magic loop or anything, so I'm working on 2. But
those look so different in different lighting.
Yeah.
Because at home they looked really gray.
Mm-hmm.
And here they look more blue.
More blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it. It's kind of like this blue with these orangey little flecks here and there.
It's a kind of like a steely gray blue.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So I really like it. And I'm also kind of winging this one. I just did a 1.5-inch ribbing, and then I was looking online at different stitch dictionaries to try to figure out something I could do that's maybe a little different instead of just doing a pattern. Though I was thinking about making Hermione socks, but then I was like, I'll just do my own thing. So I was looking, and I found this stitch pattern called Pavilion Stitch, which is 18 stitch repeat. And since my socks are a 72 stitch cast on, that made it work out fine because 72 divided by 18 is 4 even. So I was like, I can use that. And I really like how it's kind of got this geometric look to it because the yarn is called Danger Will Robinson from Lost in Space. And I just thought it all kind of was a neat idea. So that's what I'm doing with that.
Very cool. So I think we've been asked about more crochet classes. So I decided to do a crochet for knitters classes where we do crochet borders on our knitted things. You could put a crochet border on a blanket, you could put a crochet border on a shawl, you could put some on the end of a fingerless mitt or mittens. You could put a crochet border, like this ruffle would be kind of cool, sticking out of the bottom of your sleeve for a sweater maybe. Anyway, so I played around with some crochet edgings for a knitted square, and I came up with a couple. This ruffle, and then also I still have my ends hanging out, this kind of lacy edge with a tassel. So we'll have a class on those probably in September. And it is basic crochet. I mean, we aren't going to be able to spend a whole lot of time on basic stitches, so you might want to kind of know the basics. So it won't be a beginning crochet class. It'll be like a maybe beginning plus.
Intermediate?
Maybe. Yeah. So that's that. And then also I've been playing around with stitch patterns too. I also came up with a cable class, which has got real cables and then faux cables.
Faux cables?
Faux cables. They're not really cables at all. they're just fun little stitches that look like cables, but they're not cables.
Yeah, you showed me that, and you're like, does this look like a cable to you? And I was like, that looks like a fake cable.
And then also
cable.
I found this stitch pattern that I really liked. It's not really cables either. I mean, kind of, maybe. But maybe I can do something with that. They're little ovals. I like that one a lot too. And I'm still for my crochet. I do have a few projects. I didn't bring them, but I'm still working on my crocheted top. I've connected the arms, but I haven't crocheted around them yet. So there's the bottom of the armhole, and then the front and the back of the top. So we'll see how that goes. It looks bigger than a doily now, but still kind of like a doily. So I think that's all we have for this week.
Cool. I just wanted to mention real quick, I'm making it to the next color.
That's the fun of self-striping socks.
Especially
You're excited when you get to the next color.
Yeah, doubly so because the current color is brown.
I thought guys liked brown.
No. No. Brown, orange, I'm like, eh.
Alright.
So, cool.
So we we'll see you next. Oh no, our giveaway.
Yes,
I always
giveaway.
forget our giveaway.
You cannot forget the giveaway.
I always forget our giveaway.
Don't do
it. This week's giveaway is the Drunk yarn dyeing kit from Round Mountain Fibers. Contains 100% superwash merino fingering weight and little dye capsules and citric acid capsules. The winner will get to choose the color.
Just pick whichever one you want.
And they are Sangria, which is a wine red, Mojito, which is green, Darjeeling, which is a deep purple, Coffee, which is Hunter's favorite color, brown, Bourbon, which is a deep gold, yellow,
probably
brown.
Closer to Hunter's favorite color.
And Blue Agave, which is blue. So, wine red, green, deep purple, brown, a deep gold, or blue. And Hunter said we had 28.
Yes.
28. Are you ready for me to do the random number generator?
I was ready, but then I closed out of it and it went back to the default screen. So, yeah, go ahead and do it.
Okay. Numbers 1 through 28. 19. Our winner is number 19.
19.
We have a lot of comments to scroll through.
Wanda Ivy.
Wanda! Congratulations!
A winner is you.
Congratulations, Wanda.
Congratulations.
I'm really happy for you.
Wait, is that excited enough?
Wanda, yay!
So good. Congratulations.
I'll message you, Wanda, and ask you what color you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So, what are we going to give away this week?
Oh, okay. So this week we are going to give away a skein of round table yarn.
Ooh, what about that beautiful green? That was your favorite.
Why are you always trying to give away my favorite things? Okay, we could give away a skein of Pellinor.
I really do like that. I mean, because it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's the question. Since we're looking at stitch patterns and we're thinking, what's cool stuff to do? Give us an idea of what kind of class you would like us to do.
Like a technique class?
Could be a technique class, could be a project class. Like,
okay.
Oh, colorwork hat, or
I know that
infinity scarf. Or,
yeah, we've gotten some requests for cuff down socks.
yeah, we do that all the time.
We do that all the time.
Is there another class, another technique, like maybe the tuck stitch or something that's not brioche that you would like to see a class on? So let us know.
Sounds like a good one.
All right. Bye, and have a good couple of weeks till we see you again.
Bye.